Okay. Try this again. Alright, we're gonna try this one more time, and if it keeps acting up, I'll probably just have to stop early, unfortunately. Um, I have a sneaking suspicion that the imminent release of a certain DLC may have an influence on some things. But, yeah, we're gonna try this a few more times anyway. And if it hangs in, great. If it doesn't, I'll just take it as a sign that today is just not meant to be. We already got a good hour and a half out of it already anyway, so... which isn't bad. I may even, if it just gives me too many problems, I may just change it up and, maybe sneakily stream Celeste on Monday too. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. However, this holds up another hour and a half before it geeks out on me again, then I may just call that, the stream and then do. Some days it just decides it doesn't want to. That's fine. Oh my god, I can't wait! Shadow of the Erd Tree is coming. Alright, I labeled this one part 2 because I really am gonna take the other one and actually back it up on my YouTube, so... I'll probably ignore the very first one, which is why I didn't label it, because that one only went like, what, roughly 20 minutes. Woo! Alright, let's see, go here. Oh no! Whoops, didn't get my momentum. I didn't jump. Oh no. It was a jump so you can get the momentum. Oh no. It's funny though. Boop. That's actually hilarious. It's getting toasty bananas already, huh? That's probably also not helping things. It's getting hot up in her. Because it's officially the first day of summer today. Which in California terms means it's gonna burn. Everybody's gonna burn. It's gonna be hot all the time. If you're not inside, you're practically on fire already. That's California during summer. Even when there's not literal fires going on, it's hot enough that you're just gonna scorch like a freaking vampire. Yeah. That'd be summer. That's why I do my best not to be out as much as possible during summer, because I already don't do well with the heat. But, that's another reason why part of why I enjoy that I can go into work at 3 a.m. for truck whenever I'm doing truck days, because, yeah, no, lucky, very lucky. I like Cali, I just don't like the heat. Which is a big part of summer, really, so... Summer's the only time it becomes unbearable heat-wise. Spring, it can be hot, but I can deal with it. But summer, it gets to 110 plus a lot of times, and for days at a time, and that's when it starts to be like, okay guys, this is a little ridiculous. And that's without worrying about fires every time you turn around. So... You know, I don't... Like, I like living in California, but summer's pretty much 3 months of me just trying to survive California. So I stay in as much as possible during that time, and then, yeah, I just go chill. Whee! Alright, this room again. Yay! Probably easiest room. Oh yeah, and in certain parts of California, it'll get 120 plus. You just gotta... Thankfully, rarely on where I'm at in California. Thankfully, 110 plus is usually where it tops, but even that's still ridiculously hot. Pretty much once you get over 100, it all becomes blinding, searing heat pain. So, you know, it happens. It's just a part of it. Whee! Alright. Cool. Just be grateful. But you know, the beauty of it is, it's 3 months. It can feel like forever if it's a particularly hot summer, but generally speaking, it's it's over before you know it. Next thing you know, it's fine. You know, it's over all of a sudden. It's fall, and it might still be a little lingering summer effects of it because sometimes it lingers a bit in the fall. But no, I missed. Okay, freaking pinballs mess me up. I hate like they do that, man. Like the up and down, it's like you can't really plan for it. You just kind of have to wing it, and I have trouble. That's why it's those last 3 rooms before you hit Battle and Tear. Those pretty much determine if I'm gonna make it most of the time. Because I cannot. 2 of those 3 rooms I have a really hard time doing with any kind of consistency. The middle one usually is pretty consistent, but isn't always. Because it's just cloudy? Yeah. Unfortunately. But, you know, it makes the times you get to it. And that's another thing about that boss fight being so long. Is, you know, you finally make it to her. And then there's that extra pressure because it's like, oh, well, if you don't, are you gonna make it back anytime soon? And even if you do make it back consistently, that's still a lot to go through because that's a really long segment of this level. So, and every screen you think, is this it? And it's like, nope, there's even more crazy stuff going on in this screen, and you're still dodging her lasers and her whatever fireballs or whatever you want to call them, the little laser balls. I don't know. But yeah, so, but again, is the nature of a 6A beast. It happens. Just a part of it. What's weird is I've gotten to the point where, like, when I'm at battling, I don't feel actively nervous during it, but I can get that way depending on how she does things and like situations I find myself in. I can get that way mid-battle with her because, you know, it's a bit of a war of attrition against her too. Just trying to outlast her and her crazy screens. Because most of this stuff, I don't really have to think all that hard about. But her parts, I feel like you have to almost be present at every little moment with her. Well, you basically do because of the nature of her lasers. Let me wait. There we go. He's like, I'm gonna be the laser person. Ha ha ha. Oh, you had trouble with this platforming? Lasers! Let's add that to it. See how you like them apples. Hee. And then there's actually a part later toward the end of it where it trips you up because she stops doing the laser beam. And she just kind of does the little fall things. But the thing is, she'll slow them down a bit. So you're all amped up off the adrenaline from the other one. And that can mess up your timing. And every now and then, I swear, she just changes up the timing. Sometimes her fireball things seem like they're perfectly fine. I didn't dash. That was what I did wrong there. And then other times, she just, you know, throws a fastball at you out of nowhere. And it might not be that way. Maybe it just seems that way. But I know there are definitely points where she speeds it up or slows it down on you. And just that little change in her cadence with it can really mess you up. Do. Alright, do that. Whee! Yeah, exactly. That's how I feel about it. Just like, wee! That's a lot of this level. That's how it feels. Just kind of flying around on things. Dashing into things and grabbing, and then when you hit something, you're getting the momentum to fly. Almost too much momentum on that one. I have nightmares about those spiders in Hollow Knight. I still think about them. Freaking creepy ass. Nobody told me Hollow Knight was low-key a horror game. Like, come on, man. At least theme and setting-wise, it feels that way sometimes. Some of those places are creepy. No, you're good. You're good. I'm just making fun of, like, it's freaking wild. I was not ready for some of the places to be how they are. I'm like, whoa. Whee! Do-do-do-do-do. There we go. That's just the right balance on that one. Boop, 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 boop. Drop, dash, there we go. Get the Kevin on the way down, but back up so we can go. Hit him again and grab the bottom. Ba-dum-bum. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, you can get that, that's nice, but it's not always that easy to get that jump just right. Or get lined up for it. Whew. Okay, I'm into that part. Now here comes the really fun room. The least reliable one for me. As far as, at least pre-battling anyway. Really? See what I mean? Like, there it felt like they went up slower. Whereas if I would have gone up, you know, ooh, magically they would have been right there in my way. Because I tried to do straight through that time, because the last time when I went up, and it was in a similar situation, it was, oh, if I had gone up, I'd have been fine. So, or, I mean, if I'd have gone middle, I'd have been fine. So I go middle this time, and, oh, no, if you would have gone up, you would have been fine. I know, real magic. The magic of pinballs. Oh, you silly pinballs. That's fine. But I can definitely see where, like, somebody who is more inclined to be upset at these things, I could see where that might make them, like, upset. Like, oh my god, I just figured what the... You know, the usual rage reactions, the things you see in those rage compilations. I do occasionally get tilted at things, obviously. You've seen it more in Hollow Knight than anything, but I don't typically get full-on rage. Dude, do both, I don't care. If you get quiet and you're working on Hollow Knight, that's fine, go for it. Or if you just want to go work on Hollow Knight, feel free. By all means. I'm going to be at this a little while anyway, probably, so just enjoy. Do whatever, however you want to enjoy your day. I ain't gonna sit here and be like, oh, you gotta watch my dream, bro. Bro, I get it. You can only watch me loop so many times, right? It's fine. Yeah. I mean, I was even last night, I wasn't playing on the one I stream on, but on that other backup file you see at the bottom when I first start streams usually, I was playing a little Hollow Knight last night before bed. Just wasn't playing the one I use on stream. And the one I'm on that one is way behind the one I'm on stream. I'm not, like... So everything on stream is still new to me. But it's still fun to kind of play Hollow Knight. It's also a good way to unwind. Yeah, get that Hollow Knight on. It's good. We'll enjoy that. It's a fun freaking game. Even at the parts that might make me a little tilted, I still love the game. It's amazing. Ooh. Yeah? Good luck. Keep it up. Keep up the great work. You getting higher up there on that mountain. this rate, you'll have that done before I have this figured out. Which is fine. I'm actually very happy for you. I encourage. Like, I'm not here to be trying to be like, oh, blah, blah, blah. No. I'm very happy for everyone's success. And sometimes it's motivational to me just to see other people just doing well in their Celeste stuff. So. I feel like people should celebrate their achievements and be able to celebrate others' achievements. They shouldn't use it as a way to be angry or jealous or about things. Oh, nice! New PB always feels nice. Yep, that's progress. That's the way I always say when I make new PBs. I'm always like, you know what, we died, but progress is progress. And that in itself is very motivational, just getting a new PB. Because it's like, you know, I didn't quite make that one. Are you getting hungry yet, little dude? You getting hungry yet? Well, let me know when you do, because it's almost 11. Yeah, it's summer, so you can kind of eat a late breakfast, it's fine, but, you know. And I know you usually eat lunch like an hour or two later anyway, but... So I'll make sure you just let me know, okay? But yeah, so like making new PBs, it's always progress, you know? Progress is progress. That's the beauty of things. I had vanilla life cereal this morning, little dude. And it was good. It was delicious. Oh. Whee! It's that time. It's whee! Do-do-do. Tall Kevin. Thank you, Tall Kevin, for giving me a ride. Now all I hear is, I want to take you for a ride. And then I'm just sitting there thinking about Marvel vs. Capcom collection coming out later this year. So excited. Medium Kevin, yeah. All the different Kevins. They're all great. Yeah, he was growing a hairdo, that's all it is. He's got a spiky hair. He put a lot of hair gel in it, that's what happened. Put Sonic the Hedgehog. Woo! Got here. Do that. Yes. That's fine. Alright, Kevin. Let's do this, buddy. You're crushing me there, Kevin. Art always makes me nervous. Ah, son of a buddy whopper. Damn frickin' pinballs, man. It's just like, I can't friggin' get that consistently. I'm sure there's a way to pad it to kind of do it, but it's just, I don't know it. Normally it would click eventually, but I think it's just because you never know where they're gonna quite be. And if you overthink it, you oversteer. If you oversteer, well, you're already dead. That's just the nature of those things. Of the feather. in anything, Celeste. Great if you can set up your dash into it, but not so great if you can't do that. Woo! Oh, whoops. Gotta actually get Kevin over here. My bad. Sorry, Kevin. Bonk. Having a nice day, Kevin with a hairdo. Pardon. Yeah. Down here. Oh, dash. Yeah. You don't have to do it that way, it's just the way I feel most comfortable doing it. Oh, thank God that those guys allow you to do after you, like, dash again after you hit. So I almost messed that up. I didn't quite get my momentum. I kind of jumped a little off. Here. Almost worth to grab. Oops, that would have been bad. I'm gonna get back to that one part because I want to test something. A way to maybe make it a little more reliable, I guess. Even if I kind of have to wing a little bit. Get through this screen first, though. And the beginning of the next screen. Alright. I'm gonna test this out if we can get there far enough. We'll see what happens. We got lucky that time. Do this. Alright, got that. Okay, breathe. Whee! Alright, Kevin, let's do this, buddy. You like that? What, buddy? Oh, we're trying to rescue... Wait, Sam? What'd you do to him? What's he up to? Oh, okay, trying to rescue him because he fell off the couch. That's fair. Whee! Walk. He's back. Ninja Turtle segment. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Ah, there we go. Bag of Kevin time. This part can get a little dicey. Yeah, bye, Kevin. Alright, you hungry, buddy? Alright, give me just a second to give the kiddo some brunch. Alright. Yeah, okay. Well, if you're gonna go back, that's fine. I just know at some point you can just open the blinds and do it. Summer should be plenty of light. Yeah. Uh-huh. Oh, yeah? Oh, nice. Oh, feels good. That doesn't. I oversteered. My bad. No, it's like literally right there. It's not a big deal if you die there. The beauty of that is it doesn't happen often. Even if it did, it's like literally right there. I don't feel like, oh god, I have to lose so much progress. With like, what, 2 screens maybe? I think the next screen's the one. So yeah, it's like 2 screens. I don't know why I went sideways. I tried to diagonal, but I didn't quite. I tried to diagonal, but I forgot to do the diagonal part of the diagonal. So, you know. Doesn't still work. Woo! Sometimes I get left behind by Kevin, and it's rude. Yeah, it's literally the 3rd screen after you start doing things again. It's fine. Woo! Today's gonna be a warm day, isn't it? I haven't checked the temps, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be hot. Thursday or something. I think it's 90 something, but it could have changed. It could be 100. Guess we'll know soon. Ah, there we go. Oh! Whee! There we go. Do. We just going along. Just a dying sometimes and trying again, and that's just fine and fun. We just be a going, and seems like happy death day be all we be, you know. But it's okay because we're having a fine, fun day. But it's okay because I don't mind going again. Hey, it's like a fun little roller coaster ride, and that's what we do. 6A Golden, that's fun to me and you. 6A Golden, that's fun to me and you. That's what we do when we do it again. It's true. Just making up these lyrics as we go along. Having fun making up the fun song. 6AG, I wish I remembered the other lyrics too. But the truth is I'll forget them as soon as I end the song. I'm singing to you. Normally you hum when you don't know the lyrics, but I'm humming because I've done forgot them all. Such is the way of 6AG, and maybe a little bit of my past trauma that caused my memory loss. Alright, I think I had a little too much fun. I'm gonna let it be. Bum 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 bum. Hey man, if it makes it fun though, right? That's kind of the point. Oh no. Yeah, I know, I couldn't help myself, Protein Cookies. I've been here long enough, I'm starting to get crazy and just start singing weird songs. I don't know. I totally forgot there were people there. Oh no. They heard me half-ass a made-up song. Wow, I really thought I was dead. I'm shocked I didn't die there. Wow, I really thought I went too high and was dead. I probably should have been, but it crumbled and I didn't die. So we'll take it as a sign that we'll keep going strong for them. There we go. We did that. Whee! Alright, let's try this again. Ah! Woohoo! Waha! Woohoo! I don't know, this isn't a Mario game, but it's still a platformer, so it's in the genre. Why did I do that? I think it's because I thought I didn't make it, and then it registered. Yeah, wee all the way down into the hole. And then I got a little too excited, and I dashed out of the feather. Had a little too much fun. That whole screen. How dare it? Have the audacity to get me having so much fun that I yeeted myself all the way into the hole. It's a good thing, though, because it means I get to go on this fun-filled theme park ride all over again. Yay, let's do it! Whee! That part's always like a weep. It's just like, yeah! We're having fun! Woo! I really am. That sounded more sarcastic than I intended. I really am having fun with this. I know, right? I gotta make my own fun too, because it's like, I'm running around here in circles, man. It may not exhaust me as much, but I know eventually people are like, why do I have to see this eternal struggle? Eventually, though, if you go on long enough, it becomes a thing where people watch this because they're like, how long can this person possibly continue to do this over the course of many streams without going insane? And then if they do start going insane, then it's even more interesting. So you're like, oh, now I'm just here to see what happens. So yeah, that could be 6A. Who knows? That might be my might be my new record where I'm there longer than I was on 3A. 3A took me like 11 hours over the course of like 3 streams or something. 6A could be it. It could be the new 3A, except less depressing because I actually have color in here. And it's not all dark and gloomy. And also the general track of 6A is just more fun to flow through than 3A in my opinion. Whereas dying doesn't really hurt as much because I'm just like, well, who cares? This is a fun level. 3A, it's not that it's not fun, it's just dark and gloomy and claustrophobic, and that's less fun than colorful and fun and vibrant and exciting. In my opinion. I'm sure there's somebody out there who's like a die-hard 3A person who's like, how dare they speak this sacrilege against the holy religious texts of 3A Golden. I will prove to them they are wrong by flawlessly executing this entire level 50 times in a row, and they will see they are fools forever believing and dissenting and saying horrible, horrible things against my precious 3A Golden. Somewhere out there, someone's motivated, just by my thoughts on 3A Golden, someone's out there motivated to completely destroy everything. That's all it is. They're also probably going, ha 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 ha, you fool, you just died. That's what I think, anyway. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I can do that really if I want, but I don't do it as... Wow, that was a weird sequence of events. Okay, I'm sorry I tickled you there, Kevin. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, my friend. It was not my intention to ram you or like hit you like on the bum. That was rude of me. So a little personal. I'm sorry, Kevin. I just wanted to use you as an Uber, and that didn't go the way it was supposed to. Whee! But that did. Now, this is how you do 6A Golden. You go up, and you just go up here on the feather, and it's so easy. You're just flying free, and you're feeling great. And yet Kevin immediately duck. And then you use this block to go whee! And then this block to go whee! And it's so easy. Then you just feel like whee! Then you dodge around, you hit tall Kevin, and he's just like, I'll help you out. And make sure to stay above those spikes, and you launch off with that. It's like it's nothing, right? It's like easy so far, right? It's nothing sauce. We can all just be like, yeah, we can all do this. And you're like, whoa! Make sure you use the momentum to do that, though. Because if you don't, you're not going to make that jump. You hop up here. I mean, you can go multiple ways, but I prefer to go this way. You hop up here, do this, you bounce off a few of these pinball dudes that are the bane of my existence later on. And then you're just like, wow, that's cool. Yeah, this is a fun time. 6AG might not be a problem at all. And then you're like, oh my god, I'm gonna 6A Golden this place entirely. So easy. First try, GG's. And then you hit this Kevin, and you're like, yeah, momentum. Oh, booyah. Whee. That was fun. And this room is the easiest of all because you can't even die. You're just like, oh yeah, wow, this is Blast. Is this it? What? This is all they have to throw at me? And then you realize very quickly, no, that isn't all they have to throw at you. And then you try to delicately balance on these, and then you bam, and then you're like, oh wow, actually, maybe I will do this. And then it's like, oh no! And the pinballs try to deny you, but you just say, ha, psych sucker, I'm getting in here. And then they're like, no, you're not, fool. No, you're not. You're going into the spikes, whether you like it or not. And then, yeah, you say we, and then you blow up, and then you repeat it. And then you're like, oh, okay, maybe that first time, maybe it was a little rough. Maybe that didn't go the way we wanted it to. That's okay. And for the sake of this whole dialogue, we're going to pretend that was the first time, even though it was like the 800th. But that's not the point. That's neither here nor there. Eventually, it all becomes the first time, right? So, yeah, you go through here, and you're like, oh, yeah, Kevin, you're my friend. Hey, can you come up here? We're going to go back and show those pinballs what's for. And, yeah, we're going to show them who's boss. And come down here. And you're like, yeah, see, that's how we go around the streets. And you're like, oh, God, what happened? And you lost track of your feather. But then you're like, oh, actually, I made it. So it was all cool. And it was never a problem. And secretly, I did that on purpose. It was so cool. And it looked super awesome. Like this. And you're like, whee! Because you always got to do that there. And you come over here. And actually, what really happened is we didn't actually, but we're going to pretend like we totally threw that last part so that we can show people who just walked in that the whole level, you know, because it's only if you're the mission to come back. It's the thought, you know. So yeah, anyways, anyone who wasn't there before, just so you know, you just come through, you just duck here, and it's like, oh, that's no problem, see, my friend. That's super easy. Woo! Super easy level. This, what? I thought Goldens were hard. And then you're like, oh, yeah, right, fool. This is so easy. I don't know what everybody's complaining about. You're like, yeah, that's how we do it around here. We got that. And then later I'm going to go to the bar and talk to old Mickey and tell him about my amazing adventures in Celeste and how I totally destroyed 6A Golden like it was nothing. And then, like, yeah, that's what kind of confidence you're riding on. You're like, oh, you talk about being overconfident. What is that? That's silly. That's just having confidence in yourself. And you're like, oh, yeah, we come over here. We jump over there. Boom. Bada boom, bop, bing. Boom. Ah, yeah. Yeah, then we go through. Oh, I'm glad, Protein. Then you come through here, and you're like, oh, then that nice, kindly Protein cookie tells you, starts talking to you, telling you this is the most relatable thing ever. Then you realize, hey, that's crazy. People actually relate. You're not just crazy. They relate to all this stuff. It's all good. So then you realize, oh no, what do I do? How do I keep that going? It's like you just keep talking. It's okay. You remember, you're having fun. This is what it's about. You're having fun streaming. You don't need to overthink it. And then you go back through here. And you're like, oh, pinballs, I'll show you. Ha, you didn't get me this time, suckers. And then you turn around because you're like, oh wait, what's this controversy? What craziness have they concocted for me now? And you're like, wait, actually, you don't even have to steer all that much. It's not that bad. You stop there, you dash there. Oh, that was easy. And then you hit Kevin down here on the way down. You dodge him. Yo, psych, you almost thought you had me, Kevin. Oop, you almost thought you had me again. I love you, Kevin. It's okay, buddy. Have a nice day. Because, you know, you don't really want to be mean to Kevin. Kevin's nice. Even when you die, it's because you can't be mad at Kevin for it. He's just doing his job. He's being an Uber, a kind Uber. He didn't drive you into oblivion. It's usually the feathers that did that. So here we go. We're like, oh, feathers down. Oh, yeah. There we go. Oh, diagonal. Make sure you have the directions. Oh, don't get lost at the turnpike. Okay, we made it there. This part, it's like, what are these crazy tunnels? Who made the city streets? Who designed this city? They're crazy. What a crazy person. How dare you design a city that has those kind of crazy streets? Look at traffic. What's it even doing going back and forth? And then you go back. Like, whoo! Hey, bird, how you doing? How you doing, my buddy? You're my friend. You have a nice day. Yeah, you're like, hey, there's my friend, the bird. Oh, yeah, hi, Granny. And then you're like, actually, what's up here? What's going on here? I don't even know anymore. And then you climb and you realize, oh, there's stuff up there, but you don't do it because, you know, there's spikes. You probably die. And why would you do that on a freaking 6A Golden Run? That's crazy. And you're like, oh, wow, somebody's having a wild hair day. You're like, whoa. Man, sometimes when I wake up and I don't mess around my hair, maybe my hair gets kind of crazy. Like, I don't know. I don't have hair quite. I have long hair, but I don't have that long. That's kind of crazy. Then you start thinking, wait a second, if I find this person, maybe I can ask him for tips on how to have such audaciously awesome hair. So you're like, oh, I'm going to go do that. All right, yeah, let's go over here. Woo! Oh, wow, I forgot that was a thing. Thank you, Pinball, for saving me. Literally. And then other Pinball for trying to murder me because you got to have balance. It's like, but then you don't hold it against that Pinball because it didn't succeed, and now you can both laugh about it. Years later, you're going to be laughing with each other about that time you almost tried to kill him. Ooh, maybe you could steal her head. That sounds wild. Although I don't know if I want to steal their hair. That seems a little dark. Then again, if you're really jealous of their hair, And you're like, I'm gonna swim through these waters. Maybe I do steal their hair. Maybe that's not such a bad idea. Maybe protein cookies over here had actually some solid thoughts and ideas going on here. Maybe they're a good idea person. I don't know. Maybe that happens. Then you're like, wait a second. That's just like repeating 6A talking to you. What are you doing? It's a good idea, but you shouldn't steal the hair. You should steal the hair tips. And not literally the tips of their hair. You just gotta ask them. They say, oh. Then you see a giant Uber and you're like, oh, this dude's cool. It's like, this dude's cool. He's my super cool Uber. But then you realize there's some crazy stuff. Why is he driving through traffic and plowing through it? But then you're like, let's not question it. This Uber seems nice. Look at him just stop there. Now we take a moment to breathe, drink some water. We see if this Kevin ever does good. Yo, Kevin, what's up, bro? Oh, no, he just takes a nice nap. Okay, that's proof enough for me. Maybe you'll find the hair cappers. There they are. There they are. Hey, man. They're like, hey, I want to know about your hair. How did you do it? Like, I really am curious. Yeah, thanks, Kevin. Exactly. You're so nice. And it's like, oh, no, please don't. Why are you shooting at me? And they're like, well, it's a free country. I do what I want. It's like, please don't. I like you. I wanted to know about your hair. And they're like, I'm the only one who can have the most bodacious hair in all the land. So they actually literally start trying to fight you on it because they really want to be the only person who has the most bodacious hair in all the land. So then you're like, what am I even doing? How am I supposed to counteract somebody who doesn't want to give their hair? So then you start thinking, maybe I really should steal their hair. What is this about? How about I shave your head and give it to Locks for Love? How about that? Then you're not going to be so high and mighty. And then you're like, wait, maybe that's a bit too personal. Maybe I shouldn't be that mean about it. And it's like, okay, maybe I shouldn't. But then again, maybe I should. Maybe they deserve this, right? Then it's like, wow, that's kind of dark. Does anyone really deserve that? I don't know. And then you're split, and then they try to laser beam you the whole time, because then they do. They succeed. And you're like, dang it, now I gotta go all the way back and get them hair care tips, because you realize it's okay they did this, because you realize maybe I went a little overboard. I said the whole thing. Maybe they heard me talking about stealing their hair, and maybe they got a little defensive. You know, it happens. So you take a sip of your decaf, or if you're somebody who drinks coffee, do that. But, then you go back on the journey, you get another Uber, and you're like, I'm not giving up on this hair. Yeah, it has. And you know what that destination is? Great hair. That's what that destination is. And now, suddenly, 6A Golden turned into a journey for the most bodacious hair in all the land. I drink protein shake. That's awesome, then. Yeah, enjoy that. See? So, yeah, you take a sip of your protein shake, and you know, and you know what's going on, and you're like, wow! I mean, Kevin will still call him Kevin. He's the Uber driver. Yeah. He drives from point A to point B. All his friends do too. They're very nice people. There's lots of connecting Ubers. It's a very Uberific system. Hey! Did a little late there, but you know, it's still a fun time, don't we? But yeah. Now, suddenly, this whole entire thing isn't about getting the golden berry. It's about getting the most bodacious hair ever, and we want that hair. We want the tips to have that hair. Please don't come after us next time. Why we jumped? We got so excited at the thought of hair, we almost killed ourselves. That's crazy. It was an accident. It was an accident. In game, Twitch, I'm talking about the game. Please don't. I'm not talking about literally. Okay, so let's just not go there. I just want to make sure Twitch understands I don't want to be getting banned because, oh, you said the word. No, that's not what I meant by that. So anyways, continue on. Going back to get the bodacious hair. I don't want her making me repeat the cycle because I'm after the hair. I don't want her thinking I'm literally doing it. Hey, Juniphobe, how you doing? I hope you're well. And it's like, yeah, let me come over here. We're gonna get that bodacious hair recipe. We need to know. That person is an alchemical genius when it comes to their hair. They're just a hair master. So yeah, we need them tips. But the only way to get them tips is to cash in this golden berry. But the only way to cash in this golden berry, well, we all know how that works, is to get through the level in one run and not worry about it. I had to go, but wanted to raid here. Well, thank you. I appreciate you, Junophobe. I appreciate the raid. Twitch doesn't want to tell me these things anymore, so it's kind of annoying because, you know, they be having a... Probably because they discontinued the Twitch thing. I don't know. But also, I'm on PS5, so it doesn't pop up on my TV, but usually pop up on my phone. Then I go and look, and it's like, they didn't tell me smack diggity dandy about the raids. So it's like, yeah, thanks, Twitch. That was a real genius idea getting ready to get Twitch through here. But anyways, continue on. Thank you. I appreciate you dropping in, Junophobe. I do. I hope that the rest of your day is wonderful, and I hope it's a great time. And I hope your weekend's grand, because, you know, obviously, after this, I'm done for the weekend. But yeah, I'll see you when I see you again, obviously, so it's all good. But yeah, so we need that hair. We need the hair tips to have that amazing hair. And, you know, I gotta get there. Wow, that was almost bad. Oh, that was bad. I just started the chase sequence of Chapter 6. Oh, nice. Well, good luck with Chapter 6, you know, because it likes to, say goodbye. My next stream is going to be Monday. It's going to be Hollow Knight again. Mondays and Wednesdays are Hollow Knight. Tuesdays and Thursdays are Celeste Goldenberry chases, so yeah. Ow. And occasionally getting crushed by your Uber because you didn't get in the car in time. You got in front of the car, and they went crazy.
They went.
Do. It's okay. It's okay. It doesn't have to be now. It's fine. At the time, I don't even know what I mean. Let me see. Mondays, because it's a morning. It really varies by schedules and stuff, really, because, you know, I don't really always know my work schedule either until usually Friday or Saturday. But usually it's in the morning. If I can't do it in the morning, it's usually no later than noon 30 in the afternoon. I find the Hollow Knight days tend lately to just wind up being afternoon streams more than morning for some reason. Whereas the Celeste ones tend to be more morning, so I have more time to practice the golden runs, so... Or eventually get them. Yeah, Hollow Knight's Monday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Thursday is, yeah. Celeste is Tuesday, Thursday. But, you know, it can vary if work schedules are weird or whatever, but, you know, I'll usually say something if I find out my work schedule is going to be such that I have to change up my days or times or whatever. So I would actually no. Mondays are always the afternoon because I have appointments on Mondays, so I have to. Yeah, it'll be like probably sometime between 11 and noon on Monday. That'll be Hollow Knight. I'll start then. So Mondays are pretty hard set. Tuesdays I try to do it earlier because it's less and it takes a long time to practice these golden runs, and you know, and eventually when I get them, it's like it still takes a while. So like I like to have more time to practice it than not. Yeah, so, and Wednesdays it's kind of up in the air. It's still going to be Hollow Knight, but whether it's afternoon or morning, I'll know by Tuesdays. I'd be able to tell you, like, hey, it'll be tomorrow. I'll usually like say something in stream. It'll be like, hey, tomorrow morning's going to be. And I also have my Twitter link, so if for some reason I have to not be there, I will post on my Twitter, hey, I can't stream today for whatever reason. I'll give a reason. I try to keep people know, even though I'm not technically on a, you know, I don't have to have a schedule. I try to because I really enjoy interacting with y'all, but also I really enjoy streaming in general, so I figure it's better to have sort of a schedule. Well, I can't, you know, at least hard set days within reason, and try to have a pretty close-ish time. Because, you know, could just stream when it ends, but it's like, yeah, I'd rather be able to stream when it's as convenient as possible for not just myself, but people who typically watch, and a lot of the people who watch tend to do it. I mean, I get a lot of afternoon people too, but the mornings, when I stream from the morning on, it tends to be a little more, more people are able to watch. Especially if it's from the morning into the afternoon. Because a lot of times when I start in the morning, I'll stream, assuming my stream agrees with me and works that day, I will usually stay through till like lunchish or a little later, so. It's always going to be Monday through Thursday, but whether it's morning or afternoon, the only hard set day I have for mornings is, or for afternoons is Mondays, because I have appointments every Monday, so I can't really stream till the afternoon. Everything else, I try to do mornings, but I can't always. Celeste, for some weird reason, that seems to pan out in the morning most of the time. But the Hollow Knight ones, it's like weird. It's like I don't even plan for it to be that way. But the Hollow Knight ones tend to suddenly be afternoonish more times than not. And it's often just because of the way work schedule works out. So, oh no, I started this off wrong. I started this off so wrong. I should have done the stick, and I accidentally had the D-pad, and I couldn't switch over in time. Because, you know, hey, happens that way. But yeah, it will always be a Monday through Thursday format. At least for the foreseeable future. If it winds up having to be Monday through Friday at some point, if I ever really am at a point I can do that, then yeah, I'll obviously let you know then. But by then I should be able to properly make a sketch, because Twitch, it kind of lets you, but if you were to try, say, to say maybe you had one specific day in mind, it wouldn't let me do that yet, so I would have to do that. But I'm trying to, I was looking around at the sketch, because it was like, hey, play your stream schedule. But because of the nature of my work and some of the scheduling, it's hard to for sure say, like, oh yeah, it's going to be this, it's going to be like this day or most weeks I try to do Monday through Thursday. It used to be Monday through Friday, but I realized it's not really feasible with the truck being on Fridays usually, so usually it's too early a start for me to be awake enough to do a stream on Fridays, so otherwise you get zombie me, and that's no fun. I'm also, it's easier to get agitated if you're like super tired when trying to do something like this. I don't have the focus to even do it at that point. He is a fast duper. For sure. Almost too fast sometimes. But hey, I ain't complaining. I'll take it. I'll take it. Yeah, but it's typically Monday through Thursday. Monday, Wednesday, Hollow Knight. Tuesday, Thursday, Celeste Golden Knights. Other than Monday, I try to do mornings. Mondays, I can't do mornings. Because of the nature of my appointments. They're at like 10 to 11. So then I gotta pretty much think about lunch shortly after. So at that point, it's like I might as well not stream till, you know. Sometimes I'll stream at 11, I'll just eat lunch right before. Sometimes not. Yeah, he gets you. He gets you there. Ha! Is that a repo reference? Because it makes me think of Takes You There. It makes me think of a song in Repo the Genetic Opera. And if you haven't seen that and you like musicals and stuff, you should definitely watch it. It's really good. Alright, well, if you ever get a chance to watch Repo the Genetic Opera, pretty good movie. It's a musical that's within the horror genre, but it's not really, I don't know, it's kind of weird. But if you ever get a chance to watch it and you're able to do it, it's great. Now, do that and that. Alright. Ooh, that was really close. That was way closer than I intended it to be. But it worked out, so we'll take it. Ah, dang it! Why? That one pinball, man. I just cannot. Sometimes it's fine. Most of the time, not really. Most of the time, I'm like, hopefully this works out. It's all about alignment. Ooh, you got back there. Well, that's good. That shows consistency, so that's a great thing. And while some levels it's a little harder to get that consistency, it's great to see that you made it right back there, so yeah. As you start to get to certain places more consistently, it'll just start happening naturally. Your muscle memory will get there. You don't have to deal with these freaking feathers anyway. Whee! Whee! Get lunch. I'm gonna have to make myself some lunch here in a little bit. Don't worry, I'm not gonna do anything too complicated. It'll be quick and simple, and something I can do and eat at the same time as I'm doing this. But it'll require me to step out for like a minute or so when I do get ready to actually make it. I want a bit of a different timetable because I have work at 3 in the morning, which means I have to eat dinner earlier, so I wind up eating lunch a little earlier. Yeah. It's assuming I don't fall out, because let's be real, I'm really tempted to. Because, honestly, I really want to play freaking Shadow of the Erdtree. Oh, you made it! Oh! 3K, yeah. New PB? That's always nice. That's always nice to see. New PBs are the best. Get over here. Here. That's the 3K meters on, they're doing 7B right now. They're doing, 7B in Celeste for Golden. And that's just the height on the mountain, basically. There's a point where they start having sections and they have certain meters. And they're like at the 3K, which is a new PB for them, for that level, doing Golden Berry runs. I was saying that because they made it that far and they were talking about it, and I was just basically happy for them. That's basically what I'm getting at. Yeah, it has nothing to do with what I'm doing right now. I was just celebrating with them. Yeah, flag 14. Oh, whoa, you're getting close. Okay, just breathe and... Yeah, breathe. Because I know how tricky it gets once you start getting at the very top. Especially in 7B. Let alone when you're doing a golden run. That's got to be super nerve-wracking. Yeah, no worries, Protein. See that beautiful place, that wonderful paradise, that is the end of the Golden Berry area. It would be so nice to make it all the way. Ooh, already, Jesus, we're gonna not make it. Then, okay. Good job. Man, you're setting all the PBs right now. I like that they make that sound. It amuses me. Yeah. Do some of this, that, a little of that. Whee! Oops. Oh no, did you die? Yeah, I'm assuming you died at 9. Ugh. You know what though? That's progress. It's still great. It's great you made progress. And if you got there before, you can do it again. I have no doubt. Yeah, huge PB, exactly. Huge personal best going on there. I got you. I'm happy for you. I have no doubt you'll make it back. I need to come up with a strategy for that one feather rim because it keeps tripping me up. It's actually starting to trip me up more than that one pinball rim. So I need to come up with something. Because I know that by the nature of it, it's a little random, but even so, there's got to be a way to make it more consistent. Or at least reasonably so. Even if it can't be perfectly consistent. That way I can get back to battling a lot more commonly, because usually after that rim I'm good until Mega Kevin. That's a little tricky, but, you know, even he's still okay most of the time. And then battling herself is just gotta practice. Just gotta keep doing it. That one you're just gonna be on your toes no matter what. Woo! Do that. Boom. Do that. Yeah, let's see. Oh. Bounce, bounce. It's funny because I have most of this in my brain like figured out. It's just those last 3 rooms before Battlin's hair that I don't have sorted yet. Yet. Emphasis on yet. We'll get there. Sometimes I think I do. Sometimes there are ways that it just works out, but then other times it's just like, what am I doing? Particularly in that 3rd room, because even on this next room coming up, where I sometimes mess up, even here I know what I did wrong. It's just a little tricky to do it, but that third room. Can't always say that about that one. Well, there I know it's because, oh, I got too far out, I couldn't make the jump back to grab onto the thing. But, the moving pinball one, less so. I just, it's really hard to adjust on, because sometimes it's in a weird between point where going up or down is still not going to matter, you know, still be dead either way. Or you might just skate by it. Battling is such a long boss battle, though. I really need to take the time to just go ahead and go back and re-practice her a few times again. Might hear in a little bit if this keeps going on. This is, I may just practice from the one room all the way through to her, because, yeah. Yes? It just means that it's not chill, like basically in the early days when you're just playing it regularly, it was pretty chill by comparison, and the day counter is more for my sake because I do back these up on my YouTube because they won't stay on Twitch forever, and it's just so I know that like what order to put them in the playlist. The is no longer chill is more of a joke on the fact that we went from doing regular Celeste, and they got a little more intense in B and C sides. Farewell was insane. And then now we're doing Golden Berries, so basically, you know, there's a lot more pressure on, you know, you die, you start the whole level over. So it's a little more intense, it's less chill. Or less laid back as an experience. Yeah, it's kind of a joke, which is why it's also kind of a joke that I have no stress, just fun gameplay. Because while I might find it more of a relaxing no matter what, it's kind of like, oh, well, there's a lot more pressure on you. Because when you're going for Goldens, unfortunately, as you've seen, you die, you go all the way back to the start of the level. So it's kind of just a joke, in a way. Because originally it was like, Celeste and Chill was what my old titles were, because when I was doing the normal playthrough, it was pretty much a, you know, kind of a chill, more chill, laid-back experience. And now that I'm doing Goldens, all the chill is pretty much gone as far as the level at which you have to play. Like, you basically, there's no room for error kind of deal. If you do, it's okay, you're going to repeat it. And then, yeah, the day counter is literally just because whenever I put them on a playlist on my YouTube, for my sake, I have it as, okay, I know the order, I don't have to worry about, you know. And if there's a part 2, it's because my stream died at some point and I wanted to, and I restarted it. I just want to make sure I have that in order to when I put it in the VOD. So that's why those are the descriptors that are there. This part I've got mostly consistent. This part, though, I have no consistency. Sometimes it's the most beautifully easy thing. Other times it's the craziest craziness you'll ever see. See? Sometimes it works out like that. You can just fly through. Yes, we know, Granny. I appreciate you, Granny, but we got a lot more to go before we can breathe a sigh of relief. I can kind of breathe here. This is less, like... This is less, nerve-wracking? Yeah, there's the word. Like, this part is like, okay, yeah, it's tricky, but it's not like, I don't know. They leave you a lot of pinballs to kind of bounce around and do things with. And while you can definitely mess up, you know, it's not typically, I don't have the same level of, worry about it as I do when I start fighting battle, and then she's just shooting her lasers everywhere and doing whatever she wants. Oh, the resort. Yeah, that's easy to do, Loaf. Very easy to do. Honestly, though, if it ever gets to a point where it starts to get frustrated, just, like, breathe and take a break and come back to it later. Yeah, but because I don't do Prime, it only backs up on Twitch for, like, 7 days. So what I do is, yeah, I just upload them, like I back them up and upload them to my YouTube just so I have the VODs there forever, as opposed to, oh well, 7 days is up, it's gone, That's ideally how that Mega Kevin segment should go, but it doesn't always work out that way because of momentum. So yeah, I will back them up and I put them on a playlist on my YouTube. Mainly because I like to go back and look and see progress I made and stuff too, so it's not really so much for anyone else's sake as my own. Because I basically use my YouTube as an archive for things like that, so it's less about actually doing YouTube and more about just having a little archive for my gaming stuff that I did. Because sometimes I'll just like play it in the back and kind of rewatch things. Hello, there you go. Whee! Oh, don't get crushed. Not really. Sometimes depending on how long they are, they take a few hours, but they're not like nothing I can't like deal with, and I don't have to like I upload them from my phone basically, so it's all good. I basically go into my Twitch, I go to the desktop site, I do the upload, and it'll export it, and then it does the rest on its own. I don't even have to think about it. I can log out and chill. And then a few hours later, it'll pop up on my YouTube, and then I add it to the playlist. So that's how that works for me, basically. Oh, this is interesting. There we go. Well, it can happen that way. It can definitely be a problem sometimes. Yeah. I don't upload it from the PlayStation. I have my YouTube linked, so I can upload from Twitch directly. If I tried to do it like, dang it. If I tried to do it directly from the PlayStation itself to the YouTube, yeah, that would take a lot longer. I don't do that though. I do it from my phone, and typically it's been fine. Yeah. I have it connected. My YouTube it's not linked on here, but it's linked with Twitch itself, so I can just export it from Twitch. And Twitch and all that pretty much take care of the rest. I don't have to worry about all that. All I have to worry about is making sure I go back into my YouTube later and double checking when it's there and putting it in the playlist. Give me just a second and I will do all that. It's an option on the website itself. It should be. I think there's I forget the exact part. There's a place for like linking stuff, and it's how I got my Twitch in my profile. Let me double check here. Actually, I can't check it right now. I don't think. Let's see. Dig around. You'd have to dig around, because I had to look it up the first time. I would dig around the options. There is a way to do it. But usually, I think when you first link it, I think I had to do it from the actual desktop site. Yeah, hey. Thanks. I kind of exited out for a second to double check something. Yeah, no worries. You just Google it. They should be able to explain it to you. Or even just goof around with the Twitch stuff, the sidebar stuff, you'll find it. If you have a Twitch account already, you should have the ability to do it, I'm pretty sure, so. Yeah, so it does it through that way. I would never do it from my PS4. That would take forever. And probably wouldn't even work half the time. Like, that's just, yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna actually start making lunch soon. I'm gonna keep streaming, don't worry. I'm gonna probably make lunch soon for myself, so I'm gonna start it. I just haven't decided what I want to have. I gotta eat a little earlier in case I do wind up at work tomorrow. So, yeah. I still haven't fully decided. I'll know when I wake up in the morning. Basically. Probably I'll go in. I'll do the responsible thing and I'll go in and I'll do my shift, and then after that I'll enjoy the rest of the weekend playing Shadow the Earth Tree, and it'll all be good. But, yeah. You never know. Plus, I have a bunch of people on the truck crew who game. So, oh, that's not a bad idea. Who game, so I can always just... They're probably just as excited for it, so it's like we could just chat about it while we're doing truck. And then, when we're done, I go home, get a shower. Hopefully I slept well enough that I don't have to take a nap, but if I have to take a nap, I'll take a nap. And then, whenever I'm up, I can just freaking play Shadow the Earth Tree all weekend, so it's all good. That's why I say I will most likely just go ahead and do it. I'll be responsible. Plus, I'm not going to get paid if I don't go in, right? So, you know, there's that element of it, too. I'll survive without one paycheck, or without one, day on my paycheck, but still. The responsible thing to do would be to just go in and do what I'm supposed to do and not screw around and, you know, not go in. Plus, our truck crew is pretty small, so when we're missing somebody, it does affect, like, everything. You can still do it and get it done. We've had people, like, miss before, and you're fine even on a bigger truck, but, it's just, you know, I like the crew I work with and everything. It'd just be rude to skip out. The hardest part about truck day is getting up in the morning, and also the walk for work, because I run into a lot of very interesting characters along the way, usually, especially during summer. So, yeah. It's a little creepy, but we do it. We're fine. Basically, if you hit that perfectly, you can make it consistent, but it's not always that easy to hit perfectly. I'm starting to realize that. If I hit it perfectly with my flying, then it can generally time it out perfectly. But yeah, but I haven't decided. Who knows? We'll see what we'll do. I'll know tomorrow when I wake up at 3 in the morning. I'll probably go in. Let's just be real. As a adult, but also as like a parent, I tend to be more responsible. You know, even if I can afford to miss the day, it's fine. Then I'm letting my crew down. I don't want to do that to them. While there's not the pressure on me as there would be if, say, I was a manager and you'd have to be there, I still like not to be that person who just takes off to take off. And if I had thought about it sooner, I would have asked for it off, and they probably would have given it to me. But I just didn't. I was so busy with everything else and dealing with everything else that I just realized. I mean, I knew the day was coming, but yeah. Ooh, 2.5k again, huh? Good job, Loaf of Bread. So yeah, it's not really a terrible ask to go in for 4 hours for truck and get that out of the way. Oh, I'm kidding. Okay, I was like, what is the beep beep? And I realized it's TikTok notifications. My wife is sending me TikToks. I think if I can get to sleep alright tonight, it'll be fine, I'll go in. But if I can't sleep for whatever reason, like if it's really rough, I usually, like, I won't be there just because it's damn near impossible for me to function after. Thankfully, truck is usually only a... I know, right? Thanks, Kevin. It's usually only like a once-a-week thing, so it's not usually a big deal. I can usually... all the other shifts are usually like normal shifts, so... Although I prefer truck. If there were more trucks... If there were more times a week we had truck, I would actually gladly go in 3 a.m. all week if it were the case. And I would just kind of work around maybe streaming later in the day or something. Alright, getting there! You know what I really need to do with battle in here is I need to stop waiting around, because the thing is with her, yeah, you do need to be careful, but generally being more aggressive with her works the best, I guess you'd say, if you don't hit the trampoline and bounce yourself into the laser. I forgot the trampoline was there. I didn't see it until it was too late. But yeah, generally with her, I really need to just yeet at her, because my most successful times, even in regular runs with her, is if I just kind of go for it. But, you know, because I got that golden berry, there's always that, yeah, you know, but if you mess this up, you start over. It's always at the back of your mind. Also, in the earlier segments, it does kind of help to be a little slower, but, like, once she starts ramping things up, you're better off just going at her. You'd be surprised how many times it looks like she's going to hit you, that you can hit her before she hits you. If you just eat it. No, I might try that next time, just to see how that goes. Be a little more wary of the trampoline, obviously, but, you know, outside of that, I might just to throw one just to see what happens. Who knows, maybe it's the one that gets me there. I don't know. Maybe I'm trying to be too cautious at her. And you can do it that way, but it draws it out way. There are certain rooms you should be more cautious, but they're very few and far between. Mainly, the thing is, get to her before she gets to you, and you can kind of... Yeah, but it's harder to say that when you're trying to do a golden run, because then you're like, oh, but then if I mess up. But the counter to that would be, well, yeah, but what if you were careful, you got really far into it, and you messed up, and you took 10 times as long, because you could have just eaten and gone for it. But you take 10 times as long now, because you spent 15 years doing very careful on battling, and then you died on the last screen or something. Yeah. That would probably hurt more than, hey, I yeeted it, and I got far, but then I messed up, but then I can get right back to it. I guess everyone is a preference thing, really, but everyone's different. Really? Flag 7? Holy smokes, man. Yeah. See, the progress you're making, you'll probably be there before the end of the day. You'll have your berry. Really need to go get food. I get into that run it back kind of mode, and I forget. So wherever I die here next, I will, or if I win, you know, you never know, it could happen. Then I will go ahead and get my lunch started. Ooh, flag 6. All the homies hate flag 6. Yeah, give me a sec. I'm gonna go get some lunch and start in a second. Alright, I got the water going, so I'm gonna have like a rice noodle bowl mix thing, so it's just not gonna take very long. I'll have to stop once the water's done to grab real quick, but it's gonna be about as long as it took me just now. Then I'll eat it as I go along, so it'll be fine. Plus, it forces me to eat slower, which is good for digestion. Yeah. As you get older, you gotta be mindful of stuff like that. So, yeah. Oh my god, I gotta go grab that, now I'm back. Literally like a second later. It's like, yeah, kitchen's right there, guys. It's not that far. I'm in an apartment. It's not like it's like way across the way or something. It's literally the room next to the living room. It's fine. The only time it takes longer usually is if I'm like getting something, like if my kiddo's, like I'm getting his lunch, it might take a little bit longer. But since he just had a late breakfast, he probably won't be hungry for another hour. So he's growing. He'll be hungry fast, but he won't be hungry like that fast. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, gotta remember to actually dash into that, not just hit it. Otherwise, nothing happens. You just bounce off of it. Go here. Don't. Okay. When I get back to battling, the plan is to kind of just yeet as best as possible at her instead of waiting. I won't get like so yeet worthy where I'm just literally throwing myself right up there. Like I wanna not stand around, because when you stand around and do the jumpy dash dodge thing, it leaves you more prone to jumpy dash dodging right into a laser or messing up at some point. The only time I have to kind of take a second is like when she's first lasering. That I kind of do. But there are parts later in the level where you don't actually have to take a second when this is going on. You kind of just yeet through. I'm more nervous about the later segments of her thing, because there are certain parts of platforms that you can mess up very easily, and that can, you know, cause stuff like that. But it's not exactly what I'm talking about. There is a point like that. It's one when the platforms are going back and forth, and the momentum can eat you. Food time soon. Food. Wait for the tea kettle to warm the water up. Sound like an old person talking about my tea kettle. But hey, man, that tea kettle works for all kinds of stuff. It's been in my family for 5 centuries. Okay, maybe not like that, but yeah. I'm just kind of making fun of myself. Do. Here. There. Woo. Whoop. You almost got me there, Kevin. Oh. Thank you, my friend. Here. There. Whee! Do. Yeah. Nope. Dash here again. Hopefully, yeah, that dash into that. Go. Climb. Yes. You done? Nice try, pinball guy. Alright, we made it. There. There. Jump. There we go. Pass up. You're up, stop. Dash. There we go. Here, back up, jump over there, buckle in, hold down and bump. Try to get this right. Yeah, that's a little harder to explain. It's kind of a feel thing. And you also just have to hit it just right. Straight down, straight right, diagonal straight down. There we go. Up here, jump into this. You veer, boom, down, up, down, there. Oh, man. And they weren't lined up, so it doesn't just work that way. You just have to frickin' get lucky on them. Where they're placed at, basically, and adjust as you see. Because I went pretty straight on the flight there, and that time it didn't. The more time usually does. That's okay. That one's just going to be a gamble every time. It's just the way it is, which is actually not entirely a bad thing, since all the Battlelands parts are kind of gambly, pretty much with the lasers. So it's good practice, I guess. Also, a practice for certain feather segments that to deal with Battleland, which can be timed in such a way that you can get screwed by the laser, unfortunately. Those are the parts that I'm most worried about when I finally get to them. I haven't gotten to them yet on a golden run, but when I get there, I'm a little nervous about those parts. But those are also the parts I'm going to be a little more prone to just eating into and seeing what happens. Because I'm not going to have a choice. Thank you, Kevin. Appreciate you. Hey, call Kevin. Do you mind if I hitch a ride, buddy? Thank you. Sorry if I made you mad. I'm not trying to, but I would be annoyed too if someone kept dashing into my sides every time I do. But no, we do it with love. As simple as it sounds. Hopefully, I'll eventually get to it. You won't have to worry about me doing it, okay, Kevin? Well, until the next time, maybe. But those would be different, Kevin, so it won't be you. Ooh, it feels good. The AC kicked in. It's like... Oh, the water's almost done. I have to stop for that, but let me... Okay. We'll do it in this room. I'll pause it for a second. Hey. Back. Alright. Boop-a-doo-doo-boop-boo. Bum, 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 ba-dum, bum, bum. Yeah. That's ideally the kind of bounce you want to get from that. But, it doesn't always work. Sometimes you have to spin over it a little bit. I kind of wing it. That was a mistake. I should have gone straight dash. I got really lucky the diagonal dash didn't get me spiked. But sometimes you need a little luck on your side. Here's where I really need the luck. There we go. There we go. That worked out. You got lucky there too, but that's just kind of the nature of that area. I'll take it. Basically praying the pinballs align the way you need them. Somebody out there definitely has a solid strat to do it perfectly. Probably the person who did like all the stuff and all the items in one go without dying. That person probably knows it. But I'm not that person, so yeah. Oop, almost up there. That would have been bad. Take your time. No reason to rush this. There you go. Down there. Do a little of that. Bounce a few times if that's what you need to do. Just make sure you're right on the thing, because if you bounce wrong, then obviously you're going to die there. But the water segment, you can't drown with knowledge. So really you just take this as slow as you need. It's a very specific path. You just take your time. This is the most dangerous part. Just make sure you're not over doing it here and you're probably good. There you go. Once you get through that, make sure you're aligned straight there, and voila. That's the end of that. Then you got Mega Kevin, which can be kind of hit or miss, depending on how you hit the jumps. You know, if you hit them right, it's great. If not, you're easy to get spiked or to accidentally leap off of Kevin and die. But he doesn't mean anything personal by it, so if it happens, it's okay. It's just, he's just going along, you know? You woke him up to go to the ride. He didn't do anything to you. Alright, let's do it. See what I mean? Some kind of humor. You're almost setting up where her lasers are going to be at while being aggressive, so it's this you almost have to do that at, but you know. The less shots she can get off, the better for you, is basically what I'm getting at. So definitely be aggressive, but don't be so much so that you leave yourself wide open to, you know, stuff that can happen whenever you get too aggressive. Like there, you can get super aggressive, it's fun. Oh no, really? Sorry, I can't. I will read it in just a moment. Apparently trying to deal with battle and it's bad hair day. Actually, it's a really good hair day. I like the hair is awesome. I take it all back, battle, and I didn't mean it. Ah, she got me. Okay, what'd you say? Just lost 2 runs in a row at 2.5k? It'd be like that sometimes. Don't feel bad. You see how many I die here, especially at battle. But even like prior to her, how many times I died at those last 3 rooms. You know, it sucks, but don't get too down about it. It happens. I have no doubt you'll get there. Also know when to, you know, breathe and take a break too. Because sometimes all you need is even just a short little walk. For a little break, and you can come back, and bam! Next thing you know, you just follow. I have no doubt you'll get 7B gold. I have no doubt you'll get that 7B golden strawberry. I also know how easy it is to get locked into just repeating and trying. And how sometimes that can make you a little fatigued just in general, so you kind of like start making those silly slip-ups, and then sometimes that can spiral if you're in a mood. It can get you like tilted more than it might normally, and yeah, just remember to breathe, take breaks for water or whatever every now and again, and then you can go back at it. So ultimately, you'll get there eventually. Doesn't matter how long or short it takes, you know, you'll get it. But I understand wanting to keep going while you're hot, like with it, like where you have a good streak going where you're making consistent progress. Or fairly consistent, you're getting pretty far into the levels. I messed that up. But yeah, so like I understand that, but also don't overdo it and make yourself tilted or whatever. Because then you're going to make mistakes in the long run. Easily avoidable, even with just a short 5-minute break. Sometimes it's good for you. I'm sure you know that, though. But some people don't. It happens that way sometimes. Whee! Yeah. There. Yeah, I figured. If you're doing goldens, you almost have to know about it. But, you know, some people don't. Or they just, like, screw it, I'll just keep doing it anyway. And then they're all angry, and they're like, why did I die at that really stupid point? There's no reason for me to die there, I knew that one. And it's just like, yeah, at that point you're too wound up. You probably should breathe. Like, I've gotten better about not... It's still hard for me sometimes. I've gotten better about not putting the pressure on myself to have a golden every single week, because usually I'll have a practice day and then I'll usually go for it, and a lot of times I won't get it on the second day, but I've tried to be teaching myself, like, hey man, you're not in a race, take your time, you know? There's literally no reason for you to be like rushing. If you don't make it to the first few streams, who cares? You know, just do it. That's also why I have Hollow Knight, you know? I'm having fun with that. And that's my first playthrough of Hollow Knight, so it's all new to me, so it's pretty much a blast, but it's a good way to break it up. You know, just sit here and going after Goldens every single day, and that's my whole entire existence as a streamer. Like, I love Celeste, but it's always still good to be, like, taking breaks. I never take such a break that I'm worried about my muscle points carrying. Like, that would require months, but I would never do that. I mean, assuming, God forbid, nothing bad happened where I had to. Yeah. Ah, okay, cool. No, that helps. I take it you're playing on PC then? Oh, that means you get all the awesome modded levels that people make. I would love to, but I just don't have a PC. It's not in the cards for me to get one again for a while, so I don't really want one anymore. So, but I would say if I ever did get one, Celeste would definitely be a reason for it. Just because some of those mod levels look really freaking cool. And insane. And that's just fun to do in general. So yeah, if I ever get another gaming PC at some point, I would definitely, first purchase I would make is Celeste. Just for them modded levels. Just to have that goodness. I hate when that happens. I hate when I catch the bottom. Hold up, I'm gonna grab my lunch. Ooh. There we go. It'd be like that sometimes, though. Pinballs be like that sometimes. It's not being let this cool a bit, too. Very hot. See the steam coming off the noodles. And the rice. But I wanted to at least get it near me, so when it's ready, I can... Well, I'm not going to burn my tongue off. I can eat it. Ooh, nice. That's a really cool feature, dude. That's awesome. Kind of reminds me of some of the stuff that people with PCs who play Trackmania have, but that we console peasants don't, so to speak. I think they have things that can tell them their speed. It tells them exactly, you know, it shows things that we don't always get to see on console. But as somebody who plays a lot of console, I don't sweat it too much. I always just look at it as that's fine. I mean, I still have my, last I checked, I still have my world record on one of the Jackson Trackmania, so I'll have to check it again. Because I like to check it every once in a while to make sure it hasn't changed. That way I can change my YouTube video on it. If, like, you know, if it's no longer the world record, I can be like, former. But I expected it to be beaten months ago. It's not a long thing. It's just a short little 15-second course. But also sometimes those are the more competitive ones because there's less of a margin for, you know, air, like, it's harder to beat the times on because they are short. So a lot of people will hunt them. And it becomes like... I don't know how long the person who had it before me like had that world record, so... Getting into the stats, huh? Nice. That's always nice. That's super nice. All them stats. I sometimes feel like it's more frustrating for viewers to see me die than it ever will be for me. I'd be doing this, and I'm like, okay, I'll restart. Whereas I know they're like, oh my god, you were so close! I'm like, yeah, okay. I guess I was, but... That's just part of that's just part of, Golden's, I mean. Just accept Golden's, get that. That's just part of Golden's, like, you don't go into it thinking you're gonna blast through them. The whole idea is that's gonna take time. I mean, I'll probably be through with Hollow Knight long before I actually get through all my gold. 97% gets to 1.5k, huh? Well, that's kind of cool, though. There we go. Fix that. I like that, though. I'm a bit of a stats nerd, so that's kind of cool to see. It's kind of cool to hear, like, all your stats and stuff, and your percentages on where you get to what point. Also, that kind of info can just help you in general, just to see progress-wise. Like, oh, okay, I can hear And it calculating it literally into the percentages helps a lot too, so. There we go. Almost Doom to stomp myself. Reverse Doom to stomp myself on that one. That wouldn't work. Then that would have led to. Yes! Alright, my favorite room in the world. That worked out this time. Yay. 15% gets to 2k. Alright. That's nice. Oh, skip the cutscene, please. Thank you. Alright, there we go. I got through that part. That part's fairly consistent. That's not really a problem. So is this, for the most part. I mean, you can die here, obviously, but unless you're speed demoning your way through it, or maybe you're on a speed run, it's far less likely to happen. 8% gets to 2.5k. Huh, interesting. Nice loaf. Let's see. Alright, Meg Kevin, you gonna let me go all the way? Is this the run, my guy? Oh, thank you, buddy. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Mega Kevin. I'm gonna get a bite of my lunch now before I start dealing with battling. You know, battling got me battling the nerve. Wow. A little hot, but also was not expecting that flavor blast. Ooh, man, has some flavor. It's okay, my decaf will. And you've only reached 3k twice. Well, there's you go, right? You got this. I believe in you. Time to show them, almost messed that up. It's time to show them, stats, what's up. Because eventually they're like, oh wow, you got the golden. You're like, yeah. Kool-Aid guy might burst off the wall and be like, oh yeah. You could also mix that up with Randy Savage, I guess, former wrestler back in the day before he, alright. Bless you, sir. You were a wrestling legend. I appreciate you. Thank you. Point. There we go. Thank you. How you doing there, Battle? Hope you're doing well. This one you can kind of, yeah, right off. Oh, battling. What won't you do? It'll just always throw me off. I don't have a consistent strat for that part. Like, just because she starts them, like, right off, so I can't just yeet into her. But at the same time, can't be standing around, but I also got, like, if you do get around them, she has a slight delay where you can yeet into her. It's just getting through that first wave and not overthinking it, I think. A lot of it is just I overthink it. Once I get in there, I'm like, oh crap. Because it's such a tiny gap between when she first shoots the one set from the other. And if I don't have it like right on, I just overthink it. I think if I stop overthinking that part, it'll get a little more consistent like the earlier parts of her fight. Because the earlier parts of her fight is really just paying attention and kind of almost baiting her into certain shots so that you can, you know the shots that are coming, but, you know, you can more consistently draw out where they're going to hit. That's really just the balance of the whole fight, because there's points where you can kind of get right at her, and then there are points where you kind of have to tease her into doing certain things, or like at certain angles. But it is good to know that we are starting to back there a little more reasonably, and that it's not as scary early on. It's just once she starts the double shots, that's a little trickier. But we'll get there. I'm starting to notice the tinier details on certain things, and I'll start to get more consistent as I do that more. Whee! Whee! There we go there. That. Here. Ride this rock as fast as I can. Fly! Almost took too wide a curve. That's okay then. If I had, I had. I don't know. It doesn't like worry me too much. Yeah. There. Well. Ba-doo. Here. What's wild to me is because you get so used to the early parts of this level, it really doesn't take a terribly long time on successful runs to even get back there. Like, it feels like it takes longer than what it does. And then you look at the timer and you're like, oh. That's also a reason why I like having that timer there. It's not because I'm speedrunning or trying to. It's because it gives me an idea of roughly how long it takes on when I do get there, you know. How long it takes me to get there. Why did that? I missed the feather. Damn it. Oh well. Get some lunch. I also suppose how long it takes varies by person. Someone might look at 5 minutes as an eternity. Someone else might look at it like, that's a short time. Yeah, it adds up, but, you know. All relative to what the person believes is. Also, sometimes depending on the level, the obstacles, sometimes that can make it feel longer to people because maybe somebody has trouble getting through certain sections and it feels like, oh, that's daunting every time they have to go back, even if it's only like a minute or so, even. Let's just say hypothetically. That might actually phase somebody psychologically more than, say, someone else might think, oh, it's not long, that's fine, or maybe they're more comfortable with certain cycles. Obviously, I'm not comfortable at all with that one pinball room, and especially the room right before the hair stuff starts, like where you're flying through and you're trying to deal with the moving pinballs. I'm not comfortable with it, but I also still don't feel like it makes it feel longer. I feel like that's still, some runs you're going to make it through there, some runs you won't, but it's still, in the grand scheme of things, doesn't make it feel like it takes forever to get to battle. Considering I'm the one doing the run right now, I guess that's ultimately what matters for me, but, everybody who runs it feels differently at certain parts of certain levels. Kind of like if you're playing a FromSoft game. Let's say you're doing certain bosses. Somebody might run through one, maybe they have a certain build, or maybe they just had the same build, but maybe they're more comfortable with a certain type of boss, or dealing with certain types of attacks. They might be like, oh, that's not too bad, that's easy. But then, other people might even be doing the same build, same boss, and they might be having a nightmare of the time because maybe they're not as good at a certain type of boss, and a certain type of boss's attack patterns. It works the same in speed runs, it works the same in Goldenberry runs. Some things other people are more comfortable with. And so, psychologically, that can affect people differently. So, for me, running this back, not really a big deal. Hey, maybe I get it today, maybe I don't get it till next week, maybe I don't get it till 3 months from now. It really has zero effect on me. But I know some people who, even missing it for a long time, it's going to drive them batty to get to battle. And, for example, just because we're on 6A, I'm going to use that as an example. Might drive them crazy to get to her and then die the one time, and it might take them forever to get back because they're in their head at that point. It really just varies. And I have areas like in 3A where I had issues like that because every time I get to Oshiro, it's like, okay, and then you die and it's like, oh, I gotta run this all the way back, It wasn't a huge deal to me, but at the same time, it can get that way depending on, how comfortable you are with things, or if you're comfortable with repeating things. For me, repeating things, specifically runs like this, it's calming. I know that sounds crazy, but it's calming for me. I find it relaxing. Overall, do I love messing up and having to restart? It doesn't affect me as much. There are there are things in Hollow Knight, though, on the other hand, where I get a little tilted. Certain game boss had me a little tilted. Certain traversal challenges had me a little tilted with platforming on that. Just because it didn't feel consistent. But I knew it could be. I knew it was a me thing. So if I know it's a me thing, I'm a little more chill about it. So once I got the hang of, say, Pogo sticking with the sword on certain areas, I stopped being bothered by it. So it's just a long way of saying, it can affect people differently based on what they're comfortable with. But I also know, on the same hand, I was playing Splashy yesterday. I was going through the last level, just for my first time ever, running through the game. I got to a point where I finally had it, and I was in a room you couldn't die in. The game crashed. Only time the game ever crashed. Ever, for me so far. And it happened to happen there. And that hurt. It didn't really tilt me, but that hurt a little bit. But then I went right back, and I did it, and I got it done. It didn't take me nearly as long because I was familiar enough with the repeating segments in the level that I had trouble with. But the first time through that level, before I knew it was going to crash, I definitely had segments that tilted me. But the second time through, it was like, oh, this wasn't that bad. It was a little tough, but I had kind of, the muscle memory had developed, and it was just kind of like, oh, okay, cool. This Kevin segment, sometimes it's fine, other times I have troubles with it. Well, most of the time I get through it pretty easily. Battling, on the other hand, troubles all around, that's just, it happens that way. But I'm not bothered by repeating. Yeah, Mega Kevin's so kind. Then he takes a nice, well-deserved nap. Mega Kevin deserves that nap. I'm sorry, I didn't care. But he does. So that's one. Try to keep track of screens too. Oops. Excuse me. Oops. What I was trying to do, but that's okay. It's recoverable. Literally just got to the damage. I kind of helps too. This is 4 screens, right? Yeah. Ah, yeah, okay. That screen. And you know what? I'm going to do something. Give me a sec. I'm going to practice that a little more. I'm going to properly go in and practice her section, so give me just a moment. Eat some more because I'm starting to do something here. Oh, it's this one. Alright. Let's practice her a bit. Without the pressure of, Goldberry. I also want to count the screens. 1. 2. Yeah, I messed up right off on that one, but that's okay. That's why this is practice. That would have hurt more if I was doing Golden Braid, just because that would have been such a silly mistake. Is that 3? Yeah. This is 4. Okay, you can kind of tease it in. Okay. Well, now I've kind of messed up the initial one. There's like 5 of those. That's 5. I think I have a bit of a strat for that. I'm just gonna have to. Okay. Alright, that's gonna take some practice. Kills you. Not entirely sure on that. No, I'll have to practice with you. That's 6. See that? Okay. Still shoots the double ball, so that's good. That's what I was trying to do. You can half it if you're careful. That's 7? I'm gonna say 7 screens. Eight. Nine. Oops. 9. Okay, let's try that again. 10. Careful about that. Obvious reasons. 11. Oh. Oops. I have to remember that's there. So, pretty sure there's like something like 14 strings to this round. Maybe even more. Sugar honey iced tea. Yeah, see, this is why I'm saying it's gonna take some practice. I need to get to a point where I can just kind of 13. That's 13. Yeah, this part's always a different painful. Not because of that, but because the revolving box, and if you hit it, that momentum is going to take you to bye-bye land, basically. Good game. That's when you have to almost. Yeah. For the life of me. And figure out. You just have to hit that first. It's like something astronomically silly. This is the part where she kind of slows down things, but this is like the very end, basically. But it's also kind of a pain because you have to. I mean, sometimes you get lucky and get that, but oh, it's cracked. It's something like dang near 20 screens, maybe even 20 screens, right? The last one's super long. Easy to get. I should have dashed off. Shouldn't even have jumped. Just realizing. What is that, like 20, 21 screens at least? Yeah, that's absolutely crazy. Yeah, I could still be on this a while. We'll see. We'll see. It's hard for me to count because I get wrapped up in trying to dodge. Let me check something. How many screens? Is Well, I can't find a proper answer, but it seems it's like 20 screens to fight her, basically. It's